there are so many different types of infections and disorders that we can touch on. Educate us a little bit. How does the infection, spread, like when it's like from person to person, like through the blood, number one, but are there other ways that infections can spread like that? Like airborne?
Airborne by coughing,
Okay.
sneezing, that's airborne. You breathe that in. And of course, that goes into the mucus areas of the mouth and the lungs. And you
Yeah.
can contract some kind of germ that way. So airborne is another way, but touching something, the majority of things, 80%, I believe, of diseases can be avoided by washing your hands and by not, after you touch surfaces or go out in the public and touch surfaces. So that's important that you do that. That's the main thing that I want anybody to learn from this is how important it is to wash your hands and to bathe daily, have good hygiene. That's important. Not brushing your teeth, not taking care of your mouth. I mean, there a lot of people in our area, maybe 46%, have lost 6 or more teeth. We have at the health department, a lot of people call because they have abscesses and they don't have dentists. They don't have money to go to the dentist. That abscesses can actually poison your body too. They can make you sick. They can make you feel real bad. They cause heart disease a lot of times
Right.
from the infections. That can actually affect your heart and weaken your heart.
I was getting ready to say that you all deal with a number of issues on a daily basis at the Whitley County Health Department, and people just in need and needing education, number one.
Yeah, that is the main thing. Yeah, big thing now too is body piercings. Body piercings have become a big thing. And when you go to get your ears pierced or other body piercings, is that place, is it clean? Is it reputable? Is it inspected by the health department? Is clean needles, the needles should be taken out of the pack, and you should see that right when they're going to do any kind of piercing. Is it a brand new needle? You want to see that. You want to make sure that they're clean because you can spread all kinds of diseases that way.
And another thing we can touch on here is food poisoning. A lot of people might get a bad piece of meat or something like that. How people handle their food and preparation of food. You got different E. coli, different things like that.
Right, and so that's important, the temperature of the food. The workers that work in that restaurant, do they wear gloves? Do they wash their hands after they leave the bathroom? A lot of those things are, like I said, from touch.
Right.
Do they clean and wash their vegetables? Do they prepare their meat and wash their hands, then touch vegetables? A lot of times people will touch raw meat and then they'll go ahead and touch their vegetables and things like that. That's cross-contamination.
Right.
And you can get E. coli like that and salmonella like that. That's very easy to do. So having very clean practices in restaurants. And that's why it's important that our health department goes in and inspect. A lot of times people think that's government interference, but that is the protection of the public. You want to go in someplace that you know is clean and that your food is clean. And that they're using safety practices so you don't get sick. Making sure that the temperatures on the food are good. How long is the food left out? Those all things are very, very important, and that's why health departments come in and inspect restaurants.
Now, what is your primary work at the health department? You do a little bit of everything, or you got?
I work basically in health education.
Very good.
And I also go to schools and I do abstinence programs and tobacco prevention programs, and hand washing is another thing that I do in the schools. And it is very, very important that a person realizes how important it is to wash their hands and keep their hands away from their T-zone.
That is so good. And talking about, again, the restaurants and the health and the food, if the restaurants do not comply with the standards of the health department, they will be shut down.
That's right. That is absolutely correct.
Even in our area, we've seen some restaurants that was unclean, unsanitary, and they were shut down.
That is right. They also get a grade, and it should be posted a lot of times in their restaurants. If you know what grade that they make for their cleanliness and their inspection grade. And our health department, Whitley, I don't know sure about Knox and Laurel, we put our findings, our restaurant inspection findings, in the newspaper, so you can check that and check to see who's not been that clean or who needs work on getting more clean. But that's important too.
Very great. You know, we got about 5 minutes left in the program. I am so thankful for you taking the time and coming and being with us and letting us know about the Whitley County Health Department. Give the people that's watching right now just a basic, directions where you all located.
We have 2 offices. We have one in Corbin on Cumberland Falls Highway, and that is right down close. It's not too far from Oak Grove Elementary School. That is our Corbin office, and then we have one in Williamsburg that is right downtown, across from the Judicial Center. And we're going to be moving in August next to Tractor Supply and Walmart down there, right when you get off the interstate, off exit 11. So we're going to have a brand new health department. We're all excited about that.
Wonderful. And what is a phone number somebody like call?
Okay, at 606-549-3380 is our Williamsburg office. 606-528-5613 is our Corbin office.
Very good.